Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm just showing you this Lemax Full Moon Apothecary that I finished repairing. I realized to myself, I take mail-in repairs for my channel, and I've had definitely a few customers sending me buildings and things to fix, and I realized lately that I have neglected to actually film videos for my channel at the end, usually. And I will always film private videos for my customers showing the progress as I go along fixing something, but then I always forget to actually film a final video for my channel, just sort of showing the piece once it's fully done. And so I wanted to make sure I filmed this video so that others who might have issues with this piece just are aware I fixed this one. And if anyone has a building they want repaired, I'm always happy to take a look at it. You can reach out to me from my YouTube about info. I have an email or text posted there. And so this piece was sent in to me originally for volume control repair. And you can see it's kind of a bit disfigured here. See the actual part itself is like pretty, I don't know, just disproportioned and stuff. Luckily the customer had two of this building, and I was able to switch the volume control from the other one onto this building. Unfortunately, when it was sent to me the first time, I did not have an extra power supply that was capable of powering this piece, or even plugging into the barrel plug correctly. And since the repair did not require me to pop open the bottom, I didn't think it was worth it for me to try and test it with alligator clips at the time, trying to just get it to power up and stuff. Because for anyone who doesn't know, most Lemax pieces are 4.5 volt DC. They'll have a larger barrel plug. But Lemax made a fair amount of AC buildings, and most of them were like this building, where they ran on 9 volt AC. So that includes like Dead Man's Mine, a lot of the Lemax ships that rock from side to side. The Vampire Castle was one, I think. So a lot of those buildings I actually quite like, especially like this building is fabulous because Lemax used a AC motor for the movement. And this is super reliable long term. This is one of the best motors you can possibly have because they will run and run forever. The motors are basically indestructible. So they'll probably outlive the soundboard and whatever else in the building. The motors are fabulous. Compared to the other Lemax buildings that are like 4.5 volt, those that have like movements that go in and out, and there's like the Dr. Stretch and Pull's Torture Factory that has all the gears that are constantly moving. A lot of them have gearboxes that will fail because they're made with plastic. And gosh, let's see. I just repaired this, which had a 10-tooth gear, which is my number one failing example for, gosh, I must have thrown it out because the gear was right here on the floor in my messy workspace. It was right here, but anyway, they've always got this one gear. It's without fail always that one gear. I fixed it on the Haunted Clock Tower. I fixed it on, like, I even lose track because, so Boogeyman's Hangout was one I did. The Rest in Pieces Mausoleum, just so many of them have this one gear, and it's not even limited to just Lemax, because like this is a Lionel piece that had that same gear, and in my original Introduction to that 10-tooth gear was actually from the start of my channel, which was Buzz Lightyear repairs. So those 10-tooth gears suck. They're terrible. Terrible design. I wish they would stop using them, because basically it's related to the size of the gear and the fact that they friction fitted on. And so since it's so small, eventually will pop under the tension of being friction fit on there in the first place. And without fail, if you ever have a piece that stops moving, it's that one gear. So I've bought gear assortments online from Amazon for like less than 15 bucks or so usually, I think. And it's always this one 10-tooth gear that you need out of that pack. Yeah, so basically the gears suck on most of the movements, but that is not true for this. These, going back on track for this building, this one has a metal motor and gearbox. And for all the Lemax pieces that have the 9-volt AC range, those motors are going to be really solid long term. So the one reason, though, you might have of why the motor fails or is not moving is because your power supply might be bad. And over, the years from the Lemax buildings coming in and out during the holidays, or maybe you bought one on eBay, the power supplies can get separated a lot of the time. So you always want to check on the bottom of your piece. It'll say, oops, my janky power supply is bad. It'll say here what it needs. So AC in 9-volt. So that's meaning it actually wants an AC adapter, alternating current. Most of them are going to be the 4.5, or if you have the animated Isle of Doom, that's 24 volts AC, or also the Haunted Fountain, that's 24 volts AC. So you want to make sure you check per piece. Don't ever assume just because you have other pieces and stuff that it's going to be the same, because Lemax did vary the power supplies a lot. So if you ever plug in a DC adapter to this piece, I can actually demonstrate that for you here. So if I undo my very shoddy alligator clip method of using a train power supply, you can just go ahead and plug this in. Maybe I should just go ahead and unplug this, and then it's hard to film with one hand and do things with your other hand. So you can see everything's working, like sounds and lights wise, but your motor is going to be just in one spot. And the reason why is it's an AC motor, which again is one of the reasons I really like these motors. They don't use brushes, because most motors will use little brushes on the inside that wear out over time, and they're just not as good long term. But the AC motors use magnetic fields generated from the alternating current to cause it to actually oscillate. And so the AC motors are super solid. I always love the pieces that have them in there, because they're bulletproof for the actual movement part, where you don't ever have to worry about it just breaking one day like the plastic ones from the 4.5 volt. So yeah, so always just check your adapters, because chances are if your movement is bad, then it might just be the adapter. You can see it's working again. Be very, very cautious if you do something like this of hooking it up with a train power supply, because that is not a recommended method, and it is likely to short circuit right here. And also you want to be careful if you actually accidentally bump that while it's plugged in, because if it goes higher, you could fry the building. I tuned the power supply to 8 volts ish. Let me, I can put my probes on there. So it's 8.8 volts AC. And this you can use also if you're buying a replacement power supply. It's always better to go lower than higher. I doubt you could run this off of 6 volts. We can actually try it. The problem is the motors usually need a starting voltage. So even though it might run off of a lower power, no. So 8 volts is about as low as you can go. So, yeah, so just keep that in mind if you're buying a new power supply. You could go a little bit lower, but it's wise to usually not go higher because it's just not necessary and it'll cause your piece to run hotter and stuff. Yeah, I can't remember if I finished my story of what the piece was in here for repairs for, but the volume control was fixed, the wiring was fine, but the speaker wire on the inside of the building had come loose over time, which is pretty common since Lemax barely did any solder on the speakers. They just barely tapped it, and oftentimes they kind of rip off. And the wires can be pretty stiff, so in shipping and things, it can kind of come loose. So it's all resoldered with actual strong connections now and glued, so everything's all good. It's put together. So if anybody has questions, always feel free to reach out to me, and I'm always happy to help. I'm not always notified by YouTube if you leave a comment, so it's usually best to reach out to me directly, but feel free to do whatever you feel like is best. And yeah, always happy to help. So hopefully this might help some of you, and yeah, just stay tuned for more videos from my channel. Thanks for watching.